Guys, today I'm gonna take off my old tail tidy that I just installed and put on this new one. It's from NRC and it has its own blinkers here. So guys, this is gonna be a super easy tutorial. You guys can follow along at home. Let's get right into it. Yo guys, first off, just grab your key. We're gonna have to take off this rear seat here, slide it off, set it over here. On my bike specifically, when using this aftermarket tail tidy, the 4 bolts in here are gonna be 4mm. So just start taking those out. These are the 4 bolts, guys. Just one there, one on that side, and one right there. We're gonna wanna take all 4 of these out. Again, on my bike, this is a 4mm, but on yours it might be different because I installed these, or this mount aftermarket. So take these 4 out. Little tip for you guys, when you're breaking these loose up here with your Allen key, you're gonna have nuts on the bottom. So either find yourself a wrench to hold that, or just break them loose up here and grab it with your hand underneath and twist it. Guys, also make sure to grab yourself a baggie or a little bowl to put your old hardware in. Whenever you're working on either a bike or a car, or seriously whatever you're doing, you always wanna have something to store your little bolts and screws in so you don't lose them when you have to reinstall or sell whatever you're taking off. Guys, another little tip here, make sure you know what blinker is what. So when you're installing this new thing, you can plug it in how you're supposed to. So here, I'm gonna grab the cord coming from my right blinker. So this is it right here. I'm gonna pull on it, and I'm gonna find it in here. And I'm gonna find that connector, take it off of my marker, and just mark an R. So now I know that that is my right blinker. But anyways, guys, now just start to disconnect these little connectors in here. They can be a little bit finicky, but it's just a press motion and pull for all of them. You might need to use a little screwdriver or pointy prick tool to get at some of them. Try not to break them, but I'll show you a little bit of how you do that. It's kind of hard, but you guys will figure it out in time. So anyways, just pull this out of there. Then you got these in here. I'm just gonna show you guys. Guys, I know it is kind of hard to see, but you're gonna have a connector like this. Let me see if I can put you guys in there. A connector like this, and you're gonna just wanna press down on this thing right there. Press there and pull out here. Guys, and just like that, this whole assembly here is out. Really with these connectors, I'll tell you, if you did them one time already, you'll be able to do them twice as fast the second time. There's these 2 smaller ones that disconnect the same way like I was showing you. And when you push it in, they're not just gonna pull out super easily. You gotta pull on them a little bit. Don't be scared. It'll pop out of place and be okay. Then this one, you're just gonna wanna, it's kind of clipped into the back side. You're just gonna push down on this and then pull it out. Same thing though, it's not gonna be, you do that and it automatically pops it. You gotta give it a little bit of force to get it out of there. So don't be afraid of breaking anything, but obviously don't be reefing on it. So you guys, now this whole rear assembly is out and we're going to install our new NRC one. It should be pretty easy and straightforward, so let's just get right into that. Guys, next grab yourself a utility knife and we're gonna actually need to cut this part off right here. This thing is gonna sit flush and we cannot have this coming down. So just go along here and cut it off. Here we go, this is what it will look like when you're done. I'd recommend grabbing a pair of dikes if you have them, and then just this, go along, slice the line, and then break it off with the dikes. Guys, so this is what the included hardware in your kit's gonna look like. The black stuff on top. You're gonna have 2 different lengths of screws here, or bolts. You're gonna wanna grab your smaller pair right here, and then grab 2 of these. They're your push-on lock washers. And then we're gonna come over here. Then we're gonna use these back 2 holes in that one. Push the bolt through the top, and then push this lock washer up from the bottom. And when you're done, those should be in the top like that, and then it should be looking like that on the bottom. Guys, next you're just gonna wanna thread all your wires up through the bottom, and then tighten down the 2 bolts that we just put in. They are 4mm. So let's get that over with. Also, I bent this thing back a little bit so the plate sits a little bit more visible. I have the tucked version and I don't wanna get pulled over because my plate's not visible at all. So I'm gonna just start these with my hand, maybe. There you go, there's one started. Start these with your hand. And then obviously you can come in with this tool, through Allen key, tighten them down a little bit more, finish off the job. Make sure your rear holes line up in here as well. I'm not gonna tighten it down all the way, just a little bit like that. Guys, and next we're gonna wanna grab these longer bolts here. We're gonna thread these ones actually up from the bottom and the nut's gonna go on the top. So I'll show you guys what that looks like when it's done. But again, instead of putting them down this way, we're gonna thread these ones up from the bottom on the back side and then put the nut on the top. Again, this is gonna be a 4mm right here for the Allen key. This is a 10mm nut. Guys, now I'm gonna plug all these wires in here and just turn the bike on to see if it's all working. So we're gonna find what we think to be is the right blinker, and we're gonna plug that into the one that I marked out. This is gonna be the bigger one. Okay, so now we're gonna actually try and turn on the bike here. Guys, since that is all plugged in here, we're gonna grab our keys and we're gonna try to just turn the bike on and see if we got anything. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to swap them because it's giving me the wrong side. So that just means I plugged them in reverse. I'm gonna swap the 2 turn signal sides and we should be all good. There we go, guys. Now turn signal, left turn signal. Let's try our hazards, guys. And then I think this light's on as well for our plate cover. This one seems to be having a hard time to stay on though, I will say. Oh man. So you guys, I guess this light here is just, it's not really wanting to stay on. Guys, so I don't know if I can really recommend this too much. It literally, there's a solder joint in here and this thing just was shorting out on it and it just pulled out. You can see there, those 2 little bronze things, that's their solder point and this thing just came out. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that now. So guys, this is just the reality of some aftermarket parts, right? This one, I'll tell you, it's from this NRC, Ride the Rage, whatever. It looks really cool on the back of here, right? But then you have this thing that just came unsoldered from factory. Keep in mind, this is brand new. So what did I have to do? I had to pop off this plate. There's all this sticky stuff, and I'm gonna have to try and resolder it onto that little solder point in there. And guys, it's just, 1, this shouldn't be happening. 2, I could ask for a refund and get a refund, but I don't wanna have to go through the whole process of sending it out and having it get back. Like, no, I'm installing it now. So it's very frustrating, especially when it's brand new from factory, right? But hey guys, NRC, if you're watching this, I think your stuff's great, but do better in this whole process. I understand it's probably 1 out of 100 that this happens, but still, you guys gotta do better with this. Because I kid you not, I turned it on for the first time and it was flickering. You could just tell the solder joint was not good at all. And I pulled it, the whole thing came out. Because I could see it, I could see the red wire just flopping around in there. So anyways, I'm gonna have to come out here, sit on a little stool, finagle my soldering iron in there and hopefully be able to get it. And this is saying if you have a soldering iron. If you don't, you're screwed. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. So again, NRC, fix your stuff. Guys, so look at this. I'm literally having to, I don't know how well you can see, rethread this red wire into here. Hopefully it's on the solder pad. And I literally have my soldering iron sitting down here. And it's just frustrating because other people that don't have this stuff are not gonna be able to do this. And who knows if this is gonna work. I had to tear this whole plate off the top. It's just stuff that should not be happening. I should be out right now riding the bike, getting more content for you guys. So this is just a little frustrating part of the journey, but I will say this happens when you work on stuff, whether it's cars, whether it's bikes, it happens. So you either have to wait your turn and get the return, or you have to do with stuff like this and just make it work. And guys, I think that might have done it. I think that might have been good now. But you gotta give it a minute and do a little pull test. But it, again, guys, just like, what are we doing? Now time to test the bike. Guys, so now the bike literally isn't even showing any signal whatsoever. I'll turn it on and I'll give it a turn signal and it just doesn't want to work at all. I don't know if 2 wires touched, maybe shorted out, but even then, I don't know how or where that would happen. I have no clue, to be honest with you guys. Hey guys, it's me from the future. This is what went wrong and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly real quick here right now. As you know, the 2 wires in here touched and it ended up popping a fuse. But you will see a lot of people tell you to take off this panel right here. That is not what you want to do. Take off this panel right here. You're gonna have 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there. You pop it off, you're gonna have a little fuse box in there. One of those is gonna be popped, and that is the one for your turn signals and your hazards. Replace that with the included spare, and you should be good to go. Another thing to note, yo guys, how's it going? We ended up fixing the thing, and this is what it was. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly. So everyone will tell you that it's a fuse, and it is, but it's not in this side panel right here. It's actually gonna be in this panel right here. So what you're gonna wanna do is take this bolt off, pop it off. You're gonna see a fuse box under there. You're gonna find the one that says it's for your blinkers and replace it with there is a replacement one in there if you haven't used it already. And then everything should work. Another thing to note with this NRC rear delete here, This is LED, meaning now when it turns on, it flashes super fast. You see? Flashing super fast, which is fine, but I ordered a relay that will go down here that will make it flash at a normal speed. See how fast it's going? It's just all flashing fast, but whatever. It works now. Anyways, guys, this is what the issue was right here. This thing. I'm gonna turn the bike off for you, but that was the issue. Now, what exactly is this? This is your plate light for your license plate, right? And this red wire here and this black wire both soldered in here on a little point. Now, that solder point in here on the red wire was loose from factory. And it was loose from factory and it shorted out with this black one, causing that fuse to blow and in turn, shorting out the whole bike, blowing that fuse. I had to replace that fuse and it was a whole hassle. What I had to do here is I had to pop this off, just popped this metal plate off with a little tool, stuck it in there, pried it open. There's some sticky tape. I soldered this red one back on and I stuck this back on there. And what I'm gonna do now is put some hot glue around here and then zip tie it back up. So it works now, but it was pretty frustrating. And then I think where we left off is all you gotta do is plug your wires in, put this back on, put your seat back on, and then attach your license plate. Now they have included bolts, which look like this. Well, it's fell now. It looks like that, and then they have the little black nut that you're gonna put on the upside of it here with, of course, your rigid side downward on there like that. On this side though, I just kept the OEM double twisting just because it's kind of easier to do and it works the same. But guys, finished product looks pretty good. What you're gonna wanna do is pull your plate up and this is gonna sit on the corner of it just like that. And then you're gonna put the bolt through there and you are done. That is your install from NRC. Guys, this is a good company. I don't wanna bash them. It's just frustrating because that came from factory and I had to redo it and it kind of shorted out the whole fuse. But whatever, that's how stuff is, guys. You can't just blame it on the company. This is how stuff is when you're working on bikes, when you're working on cars. There's always gonna be something that goes wrong. So, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Glad I could work this out. And it was actually somebody off Instagram that helped me find that fuse location. I'm gonna do a video on that entirely, probably, to like, because I'm assuming more people have the issue and it wasn't really brought up at all when I searched up on the internet. No other similar videos, nothing gave me context clues that there was another fuse box up there, whatever. Anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for the next video. One comes out every single day. Check my socials out, same handle that this video is under on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever you want, guys. I will see you there in the next one. Peace.